afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here with a kit review on all the birthday kits that I got, and it's the Dragon MBT-70 Kpz.70. I think this was a joint effort between the Americans and the Germans. I'm not sure if it got built because the Germans worked in metric and the Americans in imperial, so you can hazard a guess what happened. So I think it all fell through and didn't get really past the production stage because of that. I believe that's true, not 100%. So let's have a look at the rest of the kit. It's quite a nice little drawing of the tank as well. I say it's a Dragon kit, so it's the smart kit as well. So a nice bit of artwork on the front there, and on the side we have the same artwork again. And the kit number is 3550. So there we go. And on the other side we just have the same thing again, which is just this small drawing again. And on this side we have a couple of CAD drawings of the finished vehicle. Looks quite nice. Looks a nice looking tank. And on the other side we have a colour call out, just the one colour call out. I think this is the German version, probably, obviously with the German markings there. That's quite a nice little kit. And on the reverse, on the back of the box, we have some nice, get rid of that glare. Get the glare a little bit in here. So bit of drawings there, quite nice. Nope, still there, isn't it? Let's just, there we go. Nice in-depth pictures there, right along it. Looks a pretty nice kit. Option to build the suspension in different gland cleans. That'll be unusual. Detail one piece DS track. Never used DS tracks before. Presumably they're very similar to the Tamiya rubber ones, or different. It's the Dragon plastic, isn't it? So it will be quite different. So quite nice details on there. Looking forward to this kit. So without further ado, let's just bring the light back over. Let's open the box and let's see what we've got. So I had a quick flick through, but nothing too much. So let's have a look at what we've got. There's not much plastic in here, to be perfectly honest, which has surprised me really. Right, so let's start. What we've got to have as a correction sheet. I'll leave that till last. So let's pop the box there, get my knife, and we shall start with the plastic. Quite large sprues. Let's just pop that further over there so we're not getting that. Let's just pop that there. Now obviously we have the upper turret, which is nicely detailed. There's a bit of cast texture around the hatch there, which is quite flat, but nice detail again on it. You can see the detail is very nice. Yeah, and there's nice weld seams on there as well. Locator marks for obviously for different bits and bobs. Not much texture on there apart from that little bit that's around the mantle, that are on the hatches there, as you can see. That's the rear of it. That's the underneath. So a bit of detail on the underneath as well. Bit of the back of the cage at the back. Some other bits and pieces there. Looks like that on the sides. And again, no injection marks where there shouldn't be. No flash. I wouldn't expect flash to be on a fairly modern kit anyhow. All the injection marks are on the inside. So that's the first sprue. Right, let's crack on to the second one. And this looks like part of the gun mantle and everything else, and the gun itself, which is slide moulded. Let me get to it. There we are. As you can see, it's slide moulded, and if I'm not mistaken, is it smooth bore? I think it is, yeah. Let me just lift that out there, see if you can see that. There we go. Nicely moulded, just 2 connection points, which should be easy, and the machine gun as well is slide moulded. I don't know if you can quite see that. Let me look there. There's definitely a little hole in the air. It's quite a large caliber machine gun. And then we have some more of the, looks like more of the details. There's the mantlet there, has a nice bit of cast texture on it, as you can see. What's the cupola with a bit of cast texture on it, is it? Let's flat that one, it looks like there's a bit of cast texture on there. Lots of hatches, other bits and pieces. So there's the main gun. It's only quite a short barreled gun, but apparently quite powerful. But, a lot of it must have been hidden inside the turret, I would think. There's part of the gun as well. Some boxes. All nicely moulded, definitely nice, all nicely moulded, lovely detail in them. Yeah. Very nice indeed. Grab handles. So the texture, you can see the texture on the mantlet. It's quite nice. Oh, right, let's try the next sprue, which I'll come across first. There's two pieces in here, one containing the hull, and I don't know what the other one is yet. We have the upper hull, which is got some nice detail on it. No cast texture. I don't have to read about if there's any cast texture on this, but it's nicely moulded, but there's not much, you know, on there detail wise. Quite nicely detailed though. There's the engine extractor fans, or whatever you want to call them. Nice piece of checkerboard on there for some reason. I don't know why that's there, but there must be a reason. Obviously nice detail on the fuel caps. Nice detail again on the front. There's not much really detail on there, but lots of things to stick on the outside of that as well. So that's quite nice. So I do like that. Yeah. It's quite a large tank. And then we have another one, another sprue with. We have, looks like the rear of the tank. Nice little detail again. All nicely moulded. And there again we have parts of the transmission and final drive, I think. I'm not too sure, maybe not the final drive, I don't know what they are. More of the rear hatch, the rear cage. More hooks and handles and bits and bobs and storage boxes. There again, all nice and crisp and nicely fresh and moulded. No flash, no sinkholes. Nice. Right, and we have another sprue, which is quite a large sprue, this one, with a few different pieces in here, obviously the running gear and other bits and bobs. So we have one sprue, 3 sprues but 2 are the same, so we'll just get the one out for now. We'll start with the large sprue first. So basically we have the running gear, the wheels, and lovely, nicely moulded. 4 points on them, that's a bit naff, but we'll soon clean that up. Again, then obviously the smaller the tracks. Looks like for the sprocket and the turn wheel. Actually doing more little grab handlesy things, and on here we have the sprocket, which is nicely detailed again, really nice. I do like that. Let me just bring that up to come on, focus. Let me get my big fat fingers out of the way. Bring some light into it maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. Nicely detailed. And they go to sink in these ones quite nicely. There we idle. There's a little bit of flash there. As you can see, there's a little touch of flash, which is unusual. But there again, it just come out fairly simple. It's unusual to see a bit of flash on a kit like this. And we have the suspension arms. So we showed the road wheels and everything else on there. So that's that sprue. And then there's two of those sprues obviously, and this is the single sprue that was slightly different, which has basically got a lot of the same stuff on again. The running wheels, wheels for the top of the tracks. Looks like the suspension arms again for the sprocket and return idler. The bits and pieces again, so that's that one. Surprised to see a bit of flash on there, I really am, it really surprised me. And then the final, oh no there isn't, there's one more sprue after this. And then we have the tracks and the lower hull. So let me have a look at these. I've never, it's a bit unusual. 4 pieces. The track itself is nice. I must admit the track itself is really nicely detailed. Unusual, but nice. Really nice and flexible. So I've never used DS tracks before. And there again, reverse. Really quite nice. This is sort of the Kpz.70 territory I've given you in 4 pieces, isn't it really? But there must be a method in their madness. And then we have the lower hull, which is not much detail on there at all, to be honest. Nothing on the sides really. Obviously it's all going to be built up. You're not going to see the bottom of the turret, bottom of the hull anyhow, so there's plenty of things to add to it. But you know, you say it's a fairly large tank. Fairly large indeed, but the tracks into 4 pieces, that's the Kpz.70 territory, like I just said, but we shall find out when we ever get round to building this. I've just been, one of my subscribers, Brett, he said he built this and he said it's a lovely kit to build, so I shall take his word for it. He said it was a nice build. Right, and then we have a clear sprue, obviously for the lenses and headlights and things, by the looks of it. I'll get them out. Nice and clear. Headlights, and a few of these will probably for the come on, brain dead side of the morning, afternoon, sorry. For the periscopes and for the drivers and the commander. Vision blocks, that's the one I'm after. Put them on there. A small decal sheet, I mean small. We have the German crosses and their little small numbers, and number 48 and a number plate which you obviously make up from them numbers, I would presume. But there, say the Dragon, made by a Dragon, so there should be decent quality. And then we have, obviously, we follow the instructions, we have a correction part for the like a doghouse top. You think, I don't know what there is. It must be sort of some sort of lens or something. Not too sure. Somebody correct me please and tell me what it is exactly. I'd say that's just a correction sheet, and then we'll start off with the rest of the paperwork. First things first, we get a nice little booklet of the actual tank, the MBT-70 in German markings, which we are building, so that's really quite nice. We have a bit of information about it, which I'll read to you in a second, but there's some bit of, you know, which will help in the build. Like for the back of the cage you can put all that kind of stuff in, which we all have sort of spares box and things. And there's the running gear and everything else. So the tracks do look like that actually, with the guide horns like that and the machine gun at the top there. I'll just read this little bit to you if it's of any interest. It says, unfortunately, with the programme plagued by budget overruns and the two partners arguing over different design aspects, Germany withdrew from the project in 1969. 2 years later, the US shelved the MBT-70 project too. A total of 14 were built. Prototypes and test beds were built, on which some still survive today. Indeed, Dragon carefully examined the surviving prototype that is held at the famous Deutsches Panzermuseum Munster, located in Germany. Dragon designers were able to take accurate measurements from this tank, and the accompanying photos depict the particular prototype in the Munster Tank Museum. The MTB-70's heritage contributed much to both the Leopard 2 and the M1 Abrams tanks from Germany and the US respectively, and Dragon now make it available as a 135 scale plastic model kit for the first time ever. But I say there's some nice pictures in there to work, you know, to get you some good detail. The tracks, and everything there, so that will come in very useful when I'm building the kit. And then we have the destructions, typical Dragon-esque, but this has got to be a first. Nothing blue, so everything will be used. I presume with this tank being a prototype and never being done by anybody else, there is no other kit that it can develop from it. It's a typical Dragon. Again, look at the instructions, start off with a low hull. Bit of a mess, to be honest. It should be broken down better. This is the only thing that lets Dragon down, is its instruction sheets. It's fairly straightforward. There's nothing too difficult by looking at it. You can see the upper hull connected to the lower hull. Wheels out, so obviously we want to touch the wheels. Then we start the turret. The turret's quite intense. A lot of stuff going on there, but I'll have to break it down into pieces. I tend to do that, draw a circle around them, and then I can concentrate on that item alone. And then obviously we're connecting the upper turret to the lower turret, and then onto the lower hull. Doesn't give you anything about putting the tracks together, does it? They just appear. They just seem to appear. They just seem to appear at figure 17 near the end. Yeah, I'll have to read about that. As you can see, there's nothing mentioned about the tracks, just a little piece at the bottom saying F+F, and then put it on, but it doesn't tell you how to put it on, what glue can you use. I presume styrene with plastic, you may be able to use the normal Tamiya glue. Can somebody let me know if possible? Not too sure. So I say we're not working with any of these tracks before. And then we have the usual sort of blank colour call for this one tank. Obviously the German markings again, and for the number plate again you have to, there's nothing on there telling you about the number plate. Just says unidentified unit 1960s. Doesn't even, the number plate, you can put the numbers on the bottom here. Doesn't really say much. 1 plus A. Yeah, so just make a number plate up as we're going along. That's the only thing that's really let this kit down, really. A bit of a little touch of flash, which is not much, and the usual typical Dragon destructions are really but I'm quite impressed with the this pamphlet, this little booklet. This will come in very, very, very handy. Let it glare off there. As you can see, there's plenty of good detailed pictures on there to work from. Oh, that's quite a nice tank. And then obviously I didn't show you the reader there. I'll read a bit more here. It says the MTB-70 was also known as a Kpz-70. It's not well known main battle tank because it never actually entered production. Nonetheless, it is a very important design that because of its grandfather of both the American A1 Abrams and the German Leopard 2. The joint US-German MBT-70 program kicked off in the 60s, and a new 54-ton design was incorporated. Several futuristic features. These included a hyper-pneumatic suspension that offered good cross-country mobility and allowed the tank to keel, plus the XM150-152 gun that could fire both conventional rounds and missiles. The main gun was also equipped with a laser rangefinder. I think that's what probably that thing was that I said before. an autoloader, advanced elements for the time, and a 20mm autocannon which fitted on top of the turret. Another innovative design feature was that all 3 crew members were housed in the turret. This novel design meant the MBT-70 had a very low silhouette at just 1.8 metres. So a bit of information there. A little bit of information, so yeah, look forward to that build. So I think that's about it really. I will do another one of my other birthday present review unboxing shortly. I'll see what, as soon as the weather is beautiful today, I might go in the garden and sit at the table and make a bit of modelling. I think I might do that. I shall see how we go. Right, so I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd like to thank you very much for taking your time out, time of day with this beautiful weather we're having to view this. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, new and old again. If there's any kits I do have, and if anything that you would like to see if I have got to do a kit review on, please just leave a little in the comment box below, and I'll see if I have the kit, and I'll do a review. Otherwise, this is Greg signing off, and thank you very much.